plant that I find interesting, and it's not something to eat, but it has other stories to it. And this is called lamb's ears. And here we had our lamb's quarters that we're talking about for spinach. And lamb's ears, it's a big tall plant, and it gets yellow blossoms and seeds on top. And it has very soft, velvety leaves, very, very soft and cozy. And Indians years ago would line their moccasins with the leaves from lamb's ear. And they probably used it for diapers for their babies, and they used it for bandages. So anytime they wanted some cloth, something soft, they would use toilet paper. Might be an idea. I don't know if they've used it for that, but there's a lot of uses for, historically, uses for lamb's ears. And the sheep don't eat it. There's a little patch of it growing in one corner of my pasture. The sheep don't eat it. And I even took this plant past my goats this morning, and they didn't eat it. So I would assume it's not edible. And that's sort of another clue. You can see if the animals are eating it, it might be okay. And if they're not, probably not. They seem to have a natural sense about these things. But a weed is defined as a plant where you don't want it, or a plant you don't want. But in that case, even corn can be a weed in a bean field, for example. It's out of place. And a lot of, like our dandelions, they came from Europe, because in Europe they grew fields of them for food. And they sort of got out of hand over here, and we have dandelion weeds everywhere ever since. So a lot of these things have some background to them. But I find these are kind of cute, and I just leave my little patch in the corner of the sheep pasture grill. And someone else told me that they'd seen a patches of it where it got out of hand and it was huge, and they really had a battle to get rid of it. But for about 20 years now, I've seen a few of these plants in the corner of the pasture, and they're no problem, and it's something to tell the grandkids a history lesson about what the Indians did with lamb's ears.